What is up, everybody? What is up?
How y'all feeling?
If you are watching this later, fast forward 3 to 5 minutes. All right, let's take a moment to see who comes on in here.
But you didn't tag me again.
Yeah, I do.
Why do you keep doing that to me?
Remind me beforehand. Come on in, everybody. We're going to be talking about insecurity tonight. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. It's going to be a good one tonight. Warning signs. Part 3.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
The whole thing.
tag that. Yeah, tag that. Yup. Invite somebody in. Bring some people in. Tag friends. There we go. What's up, everybody? Come on in. Come on in. What is up, everybody? Come on in. We're going to be talking about warning signs, part 3, insecurity. All right. Come on in, y'all. We're going to get started in 1 to 2 minutes. How you feeling today, Zadoria?
Honestly, I'm tired.
Okay.
I just want to go to sleep. But we are here.
Yes, we are.
How are you feeling today, artist?
Feeling ready. Feeling good. Feeling great. Ready to get this information to the people.
Really?
Really have this conversation.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I'm all about the people.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Are you?
No questions asked. All right. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to get started in 1 minute.
How y'all doing today? Give me some high fives, hellos,
Yeah, let us
Good
know how y'all
morning.
feeling.
afternoon. First of all, who
Now, I
are
gotta-
you calling a Negro?
Now, I need to, because that small thing is, let me see. There we go. Let me do this. Yes, we are. Because, for some reason, that old childish window we have to see comments on the one at a time. All right, let's go ahead and get started.
Oh, you just gonna look at yours?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, what's up, everybody? I'm Artist,
And I'm Zadoria.
and we are the Andersons. All right, now
That was weak.
I know, cause you keep messing it up every week.
How am I messing it up?
You
every
always
week?
miss my hand.
First of all,
My hand is at the same spot every week.
if your hand was straight, maybe
My
I wouldn't have to.
hand, my
miss
hand
it.
is straight. My fingers are not.
No, okay.
Correction.
Whatever. Either way.
It's right here every time.
No, it's not. Look.
I put my hand up first,
Look.
so all you have to do is look.
Look.
And tap.
Look.
Look and tap. That's it. But every time, put your hand up. Every week she be like, exactly. All right. Y'all, we are the Andersons, and we own a company called Forever Love. Forever Love is a relationship education company born out of a need that we saw in the community. We saw that everybody was taught their entire life how to do everything except the most important thing in the world, which is to master and sustain relationships, okay? It's important that we master relationships. It's important that we learn how to do it so that we can be successful in our relationships, in marriage, in friendship, in family, in the workplace, etc. But Forever Love specializes in dating and marriage, okay? But we are also here to help singles. So, if you need our help, if you want some coaching, some counseling, hit us up at www.tryforeverlove.com. It's pinned in the comments, okay? Well, no, it's not. www.try4everlove.com. Or you could call us on the hotline to get free advice or questions regarding anything related to relationships and marriage. 1-888-420-0471. All right. Relationships are a gift. I tell y'all this every week, right? And they should be treated with love and care and respect and proper integrity, okay? Relationships are designed to do a lot of things, such as help us, sharpen us, improve us, balance us, protect us, challenge us, correct us, and more, right? Now, what we've been talking about these past 2 weeks is the subject matter warning signs, okay? The first week we talked about accountability. It's part 1. The second week, last week, we talked about emotional stability, okay? This week, part 3, we're talking about insecurity. Insecurity. Warning sign, part 3. They are insecure. As always, if you're single and you see this warning sign, beware. Walk away if you have to. If you're already in a relationship, beware. You need to have a conversation. If y'all can work through it, fix it, cool. Because it is possible. But if you can't, walk away. For my married folk, if there's insecurity in your marriage, tryforeverlove.com. Here for all of your relationship needs. Or call us on the hotline at 1-888-420-0471. Back to our regular scheduled programming. All right. Now, insecurity. We've all been in a relationship where we felt insecure at some point. Everybody has been through this. Insecurity is something that everybody deals with. Whether they talk about it or not, whether they're honest about it or not, everybody deals with insecurity. Have you ever dealt with insecurity in a relationship?
Yes.
I have. It's not an easy thing to talk about.
Not Marlon Anderson.
Yeah.
Not artists.
Even me. It happens to the best of us. But the real question is, right? The real question is, why is insecurity such a warning sign for anybody in a relationship or dating, or anybody in marriage? And the reason why this is important for marriage is because if you have insecurity in your marriage, it will literally kill your marriage, without a shadow of a doubt. So we have to learn and talk about this. So, did you want to read the definition? Or you want me to read it? Mm-hmm. All right. So, the definition of insecurity is
uncertainty or anxiety about oneself, lack of confidence.
Or the state of being open to danger or threat, which causes insecurity. Like your relationship might be threatened, your the faithfulness might be threatened, or anything of that nature, or you feel like your relationship is not guarded or protected.
Insecurity is a feeling of inadequacy.
Yep.
Not being good enough. Or
feeling uncertain. Yeah. Insecurity is also an inner feeling of being threatened or inadequate for outside purposes or reasons, or inside or internal reasons, right? Now, here's the thing. Insecurity stems from a few different things, right? It can stem from a traumatic event, okay? You went through something, you dealt with something, you felt something, you experienced something. Insecurity can stem from patterns of previous negative experiences. So, for example, you might be in a new relationship, or you might be married for 20 years. But that issue that happened in high school, that issue that happened in your 20s, that experience in your 30s, still haunts you, or it still messes with you, right? That could be an issue, right? That leads to insecurity. Or it could be from social conditioning. You observe others, right? You observe their experience. You might have a friend who got cheated on, and now that's in your head. Is my significant other going to cheat on me? Is my spouse going to cheat on me, right? Local environments, workplace, school, home, right? I'm in education. I was in education for a long time, and I would see kids trying to check each other's Snapchat, check each other's DMs, and check each other's like text messages, and they would tell me how like all these secret chats they got, and it's crazy for kids nowadays. It's a whole lot going on. Or it could just be general instability. People who experience unpredictable upsets in their daily life, right, are more likely to feel insecure. So, for example, that just simply means people who have family issues, friends issues, job issues, things that are just not stable or consistent. That breeds insecurity. So there can be a number of reasons where insecurity stems from, right? It can be a number of reasons. But ultimately, when we talk about insecurity being a warning sign for people that are dating, or people that are in a relationship, or people that are married, what we want to really talk about is what type of signs are displayed inside of an insecure person. Okay? So here's some key points we want to get to. We're only going to get to like 2 or 3 of them. All right? Let's jump right into it. Point number 1. They are insecure, and you haven't given them reasons to be, at least not intentionally. When you're with somebody and they're insecure and you're not the reason for their insecurity, especially if it's not intentional, that's a warning sign. That's a warning sign. Because as a result, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to work double duty to keep the relationship on track. You're going to have to work overtime while your partner really does little, right? You're going to be putting all this energy into proving what isn't there. You're going to put a whole lot of time and effort and energy into proving what is not an actual reality. And that's going to be draining to a person. That's going to be a real problematic issue for that person. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the thought of like, it can be draining for an individual to actually take on double duty of something that their significant other didn't work on in general, and it could be draining on the relationship, and it's very selfish too, in a sense, because if you don't not taking care of your insecurities can really damper your relationship in general and how it can be whole as a togetherness, if that makes sense. Like,
and to your point, when somebody's constantly having a new partner because of their insecurity, that should be a sign right there, like you're probably the problem.
Yeah. Or, I mean, you can go as far as just friendships as well. Like, they don't have like long-term friendships, or their friendships are always toxic. Like, 1 minute they're talking about how their friend is telling them that they need to do this, or, they need to do that. And then they go to another friend group and this friend is saying one person don't like them because of da-da-da. And they go to, friend hopping groups or something like that. Like, that says a lot. I mean, it could be numerous of things that can happen with that.
Yeah. So, all in all, with this first point, people are insecure even if you haven't given them a reason. That's a clear-cut sign that this is going to be a problematic issue in the relationship or the marriage, because you're working overtime to to explain what is not there, to explain what does not exist, right? and let's just say you are the person who was cheated on in the past, or you caught your significant other doing something that was shady or grimy or sneaky. Cool, that happened. It's a bad experience. Well, when you get in a new relationship, it's not the new person's responsibility to cater to your insecurity. If they do, more power to you and more power to them, but it's not their responsibility. What your responsibility is to deal with your own previous experiences and to heal from that. Not to bring that type of baggage into your present relationship. Yeah. But if you do, there is a mature way to do it. You sit down with your significant other and you let them know, listen, in my previous relationship, I got cheated on. And it hurt really bad. And this is what I went through. And this is what it felt like. I can't go through that again. So if you're not serious, let me know that. Like, you have to make sure that you have that conversation. And from there, you have to simply decide to trust them. Okay? Now, point number two. This is a tough one too. Accusations and assumptions. Accusations and assumptions. A clear-cut sign of insecurity is when people are accusing you and making assumptions, especially when there is no evidence, no track record, or no previous record of any of this or of anything happening. Accusations and assumptions are a clear-cut sign of a warning that, listen, this relationship is in danger. This dating experience is about to end. This marriage is on the rocks because you're accusing me and jumping to conclusions and making assumptions based on what? What's going on in your head? What's going on in your mind? What's going on, like the optics, the perception, the perspective, like what's really going on. And when you sit down to talk with each other and you really don't have any proof, the only thing left for you to do is to take that person's word. And I know that's tough to hear, but the truth is, what else are you going to do? Because if you're not going to break up, you're just going to keep arguing and going and dealing with that. I don't think that's healthy. What do you think?
Not at all. I don't have anything to say on that.
Okay. So, with accusations and assumptions, right? People will jump to conclusions. People were always wondering if you're cheating. It's a paranoia, right? It's a paranoia. But I want to throw a wrench in this, right? For this point number 2. Sometimes the insecurity in the relationship stems from a guilty conscience from that person.
Can you say it can be also a well, I guess we'll get into this, but like something from their past, like something that they're pulling out. They're making a guilty conscience. Basically, they're doing something, and then somebody they may say a word that may trigger something that they may have done in the past. Like, I ate your potato chips. Let's just use that for example.
Okay.
But then you're accusing the person of like, but then they're asking, man, who ate my potato? Like, who took my? I can't find my potato chips. I know I put them right here. And then you swoop them up and like, no, you know you ate them when da 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 da, and yada yada yada. This is a bad example.
Yeah, I'm not following.
Never mind. Cut.
We're live. You can't cut.
Take two. Cut.
But
Chop.
The guilty conscious thing, right? The guilty conscious thing, right? For me, it's one of those things where, and I want people to be aware of this. It could be a situation where somebody is cheating, and now they have an insecurity because they're cheating.
Mm-hmm.
You following me?
So because they have an insecurity, be like, I was about to say your coochie stink, but but the reason why it stinks is because they've been hitting, somebody else been hitting it.
But that can create a guilty
Okay,
conscience.
there you go.
So guess what? So now, because they cheated, now they assume and make accusations that you're cheating.
Yeah.
Because they have a guilty conscience. So that right there is a big thing too.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. All right, moving on. Point number 3. A sign that insecurity is in this relationship or in this marriage or in this dating experience. You find yourself having to constantly reassure in multiple areas. You got to reassure them that they look good, that they are pretty or handsome, right? You have to reassure them that there's a future. You have to reassure them in their abilities, right? Rather than, building on your connection or building on your relationship in very important areas. Bless you. You spend a lot of time, bless you. You spend a lot of time, bless you. You spend a lot of time, right? You spend a lot of time, for example, dealing with, is there going to be a future, right? Is there going to be a future? And instead of dealing with actual, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you.
Thank you.
We live, ain't no cut.
I know. Oh man, this is bad. Okay, sorry y'all. This is uncut.
Uncut, unraw. You need some tissue?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you keep it going while I go get you some tissue?
Oh, you keep
Yeah.
going. Where you stop at?
Point number 3.
Okay, so yeah, just the ability of just know of based off the looks, reassuring the individual and telling them that it's just it's something that you have to do as a person shouldn't have to do in a sense of I'm not making any sense. I'm sorry.
You good? Got the sneezes out?
Hopefully.
All right. But ultimately, when you got to keep reassuring somebody, right? When you have to keep reassuring somebody that, listen, we have a future. I want to be with you. You're the one, et cetera, et cetera. And you have to keep doing that because they're insecure or because they need reassurance or they always need somebody to validate them. That's not a healthy situation. That's not a healthy dynamic. Right? and so all in all, just warning signs, right? Insecurity is a real dangerous warning sign. Okay? And I'm going to leave you with this key conclusion. All right? Relationships usually, you can't overcome prolonged insecurity. You can't overcome it. So to overcome insecurity, you must have the following ingredients: communication, comprehension, acceptance, trust, and behavior that complements your word. Okay? Now, why is that important? You got to communicate about the direction of the relationship. You got to communicate so that you can find comprehension and understanding. But the third component is most important. You got to accept what the person is telling you. You got to accept that. Why? Because when you don't accept it, you're basically saying they're lying and that you don't trust them. And so then the question becomes, why are you with them? Why are you trying to fight to make it work?
Yeah.
Let it go. Be done with it. Okay? Or if you choose to stay, you're going to have to make the decision to trust. Okay? Lastly, with behavior, your behavior got to complement what you say. So if your significant other is insecure, but your behavior is giving them reason to be, then you got to take responsibility for that. Your behavior has to complement, okay? But all in all, we wanted to come to you with part 3 of warning signs. Insecurity is a real big deal. Make sure that you deal with the insecurity that's going on within you. Make sure you deal with it. Because if you don't, it's going to ruin your relationship or your marriage.
And I this is for the ladies too, because a lot of we know that ladies and men, but you know, as a female, from a female's perspective, you know your insecurities. You know going into relationships what it looks like. So for instance, if you're insecure about your one eyebrow or something, for instance, like one eyebrow is thicker than the other, or one eyebrow, you don't have one eyebrow and the other one you do. Like the thing that we do to cover it up is put makeup on consistently every time that we are around these people, whoever we get in a relationship. But what we soon to realize that you're going to have to keep that up. So if you're a person that literally has to keep on keeping it up and keep on doing it and why do that? Be okay with who you are. Be okay with what is going on with you, and be honest. Because you can say, hey, especially if you're with a significant other and you're talking to someone and they're going to be your husband down the line, like you really need to take that and recognize that you have to be open and honest. Because if you're not open and honest, or you're not aware of who you are in your relationship, it can deter you from that person wanting to be married to you. And then they find out the truth about who you are, and now you've been putting on this front this whole time, and when they marry you, now it's time for a divorce because you really wasn't the person that you couldn't keep up with who you were in the relationship. So a lot of the insecurities or things that you have, like if you really truly want to be with a man, like for real, like a real man that's going to take care of you and take you for who you are, like they don't care about that stuff.
Y'all care more about your makeup than men actually.
Yes. And
y'all care about your eyebrows more than men actually
and
do.
Even
y'all care about your eyelashes more than men actually do.
And even
y'all want to impress your friends more than you want to impress your man or your husband.
And even though
insecurity.
But even though this may attract the man at the moment to the eye, he's not concerned about this. Like, it's cool, you can get cute in public, but he wanna meet the girl in the bedroom. He wanna meet the girl that he can go home to and take home to mama. Mm-hmm. Like, he wanna meet that girl. Like, who is she? Because this girl on the outside, she ain't always gonna look like that. The older you get, the more you gotta lift up, suck in, and everything else. So,
or you can stay in shape.
They have kids.
No, I know.
So, yeah.
Or you can get back in shape after you have kids.
They still have kids and saggy stuff.
No, I'm with you.
I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know.
What I'm saying is, back in shape to the liking of your spouse.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't have to compete with what you see on Instagram.
Right, exactly.
But get to the place where your spouse is happy with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, ladies. You know, we need to really listen to when our spouse says, no, I like you the way you are. Be okay with that. No, I like that dress on you. Be okay with that. Wear it. Even if you don't like it. You can change later or, next time. But be okay with that. Like, you're impressing them, not him, and him. You know what I'm saying?
He said, lock the fridge. No, but my wife is making an excellent point. I see this insecurity in a lot of people. You watch this. When I say this, it's going to make a lot of sense. You ever ask somebody, hey, how does this look on me? When we ask that question, people really don't, oftentimes people don't really want the true answer. Because when we give the true answer, guess what people do?
Nah, I'm going to go with this.
I'm going to go with the other thing. No, I don't. I don't look, you think I look good? Nah, you just saying that. All of that is insecurity coming up in that conversation. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with the other person complimenting or not complimenting your outfit.
Yeah.
I was talking with a client today, and I was explaining this insecurity thing.
Time out. Mm-hmm. But that also goes with, what if you have something that women like if they like something, for instance, my Farmville gear, stuff that I like to wear and I'm comfortable, and I'm like, what do you think about this? You'd be like, nah. I'm like,
yeah, I'll tell you straight up.
But I like that though.
Well, then you should still wear it because you like it.
Thank you.
But you should balance it out with stuff that I like too. 50-50.
Cool.
Right? Yeah.
75-25.
On date night, no. 50-50. On date night, I don't want to see Farmville. Okay? You could be Farmville when we go out to the park, when we go out to Walmart. You could be Farmville, Greenville, any other ville, Old Country, whatever. But when we go out, or we take photo shoots, or we got traveling, ain't no Farmville. Ain't no Farmville.
Well, run that money.
That ain't no problem. I just bought you clothes this week.
Where they at though?
I sent them to the wrong address. They're going to be here next week. But the point I'm saying is, right, the point that my wife is making too is, right, because this is good. This is a good piece of information. When you're dealing with insecurity.
Shut up, Iris.
Trashville. Right? When you're dealing with insecurity, you're dealing with, let me put it this way. In every relationship, you have two people trying to work together. Insecurity is the third, what do you call mistress? Insecurity is the mistress trying to destroy your relationship. Mm-hmm. But here's what makes insecurity so bad, so dangerous. When people don't admit that they're insecure, it becomes more problematic. Mm-hmm. When people are not aware that their issue is an insecurity and they try to defend it, they try to explain it, try to make excuses for it, or they try to blame people for it. That was one of my points. We only went over 3 points, but one of my points was, where is it at? They deflect. Mm-hmm. They deflect, and deflect more. I wrote that down. They deflect from their insecurity. And they blame your behavior. Mm-hmm. I will admit, sometimes a person's behavior can lead to questions or insecurity in the standpoint of, I need some clarity because you're showing me this, but am I seeing something wrong? But once you get that clarity, now you got to stop deflecting.
Yeah.
Okay? And I want to be clear about this. This is not for people who's constantly being cheated on and you're constantly staying in the relationship.
Yeah.
This conversation is not for you. Because my conversation for you would be leave.
Yeah. But it's funny you said that because I was thinking...
Because, yes, you are insecure because you keep getting cheated on.
Yeah, you're insecure about you seeing that he's attracted to...
something else, or she's attracted... Yeah, he or she, yeah.
Attracted to that other thing.
But this topic of insecurity...
What's wrong with me?
Right. But this topic of insecurity is more catered to when you're in a relationship with somebody and you see these signs of insecurity that we went over tonight. Mm-hmm. It's like those are warning signs for you to say, you know what? I'm either going to deal with this or not. Yeah. You can't keep going back and forth. Yeah. Because you're not going to be able to, the relationship is not going to be able to sustain itself. That's all. Why don't you just yawn, Z? Just yawn. Zadora, just yawn. Everybody can see you're trying not to yawn. Just yawn. It's okay.
Really?
But anyway, that's it for tonight. We're done. I'm about to watch this game. Listen.
No, you're not. We're watching Tommy.
No, we're watching the game tonight. I've been
Watch
waiting
the
for this
time.
game. But listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Share this with somebody. I don't think we stayed on here as long as we normally do. But we had a late start today. We had some technical difficulties with the sneezer, but we made it through it. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We are here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Tell somebody, share with somebody. If you need any relationship help, go to www.tryforeverlove.com. Number 4. Here for all your relationship needs. Call us on the relationship hotline. Ask us any question anonymously. 1-888-420-0471. Love y'all. We are out.